Okay, so I skipped 2 days. So day 5 is talk about dysphoria. Do you experience dysphoria? How does it affect you? What things do you do to cope with it? All right, so for the folks who aren't my transgender friends, dysphoria generally it just means you feel fucked up, basically. But gender dysphoria refers to, well, the DSM's diagnosis, or DSM's definition of gender dysphoria, is simply identifying as a gender different from what you were assigned at birth. But usually in the trans community, when we talk about gender dysphoria, we talk about the shitty feelings we have when our actual gender doesn't line up with how people perceive our gender, or how we feel our bodies should be to line up with our gender. So, for example, when somebody uses the wrong pronouns for you, that can trigger dysphoria because they're reminding you that they don't think you're the gender that you say you are, basically. People's bodies might cause them dysphoria. Like, I was very uncomfortable with my breasts. They made me very unhappy and depressed and anxious. And so that would be like physical dysphoria. And dysphoria can be, it's not always super obvious when you're feeling it, because nobody's, like, explained it to you. It's just like, it's like feeling like, it's like, kind of like feeling out of place in a way. It's like you know what your gender is, and nobody else knows, so everybody's constantly contradicting what you know about yourself, and it's constantly through people's actions, their words, not because they mean to, but they're constantly saying you are not who you know you are, and that messes up your head like really bad. So yeah, I experienced dysphoria. Physical dysphoria is not as big a deal for me anymore. But I definitely get the social dysphoria, the thing where, you know, shit like when you have to mark down your gender on some paperwork you're filling out, and they only have male or female. And I know I'm not male or female, but the world's telling me there's no other fucking option. And that is, again, it's like the world's telling you you don't exist, you don't get to exist. Things like that. That's specific to be non-binary. But yeah, so yeah, I experienced dysphoria. How do I deal with it? How do I cope with it? I probably don't cope well right now. I get really angry, like really angry. So that's a thing that I need to work on. You know, I have therapy, so maybe eventually I'll figure that out. Let's talk about day 6. Day 6 was talk about relationships. Casey's blocking my screen. Do you have anyone special in your life? Have your relationships been affected by being trans? I have someone special in life. She's my mom. I love her. And my sisters. I love them. And Pacey. I love Pacey. And Falcor. Yeah. Have my relationships been affected? I had a lot of relationships end being trans. It is funny. It's funny. It's not like, for some people, they come out, they say, hey, I'm a transgender, and the people that come up to are like, we don't know you anymore. Get the fuck out of our lives. Hasn't been like that, but learning who I am, learning to be myself, and fitting into, or not fitting into, an easy category or male or female created a lot of stress between me and some of my old friends. So yeah, there are a lot of people I don't see or talk to anymore, and fuck them. I have some new friends. I have a couple new friends. I have my cat. Um, and I don't know, family stuff. Shit, I don't know. I love my most of my immediate family. And yeah. Okay, so that's cool. Let's do day 7 now. Day 7. Talk about children. Do you have any? Do you want to be a parent? Do you face any challenges to your desire or lack of desire for children? Yeah, I don't want kids. That's Jesus Christ. Can you? Okay, here's something that causes me dysphoria: having a fucking uterus. Like, having periods and shit does not line up with my agender identity. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. So no, I'm not, like, if something changed, I'd have to adopt or something. 'Cause there's no way I'm growing a human being inside of me, because that, for me, is disgusting. I mean, I'm not saying it's disgusting in general. I got no problem with people, like, having babies and stuff, but for me and my body, awful. So that was easy. Okay. See you tomorrow, if I remember.